Hello, I'm the noirnerd, and this is going to be a new video series I'm going to do around new game idea I've had. So, of course, at the minute we're going through the current crisis. I've already made one sort of WebGL thing around this, which is a virtual gallery. But I thought I wanted to use Playcanvas again to create something that's more of a sort of game based vaguely around the viruses and population and social distancing and stuff. So I started working on this game. It's basically a game where you have to slow down the transmission of a virus. It's pretty early days at the minute. All I've got in there at the minute is an environment, a timer, and I guess not really enemies, but like characters in the game, or the player objects, and a basic movement loop, I guess. So what's the idea of the game? So far, and it may evolve as it goes on, as often these things will with game design and game development. The idea is that you are like a sort of a drone flying overhead a city, and you've got to zap. There's like certain amounts of the virus which will be in the game, and then there's these characters which are running people, and the idea is that you have to slow the spread of the virus from person to person. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to function yet, but it should be interesting. So I'll just talk a bit about what I've done so far and sort of how it's evolved so far and how I'll probably take it further going forward, I guess. So I'm hoping just to make this like a web game basically. It's very much just for myself, so I can evolve my programming abilities as well and my abilities with Playcanvas, learn more about the system. How this actually started was I just wanted to get a day-night loop thing running for changing from a day to a night scene, and then I sort of had this idea about sort of like crowd control and populations and sort of lots of characters moving. So anyway, I'll show some clips now and talk a bit about each. So this is the first sort of stage of the iteration. I'd done a bit of more work obviously before this point, but this is when I just started recording. So I had these little cube guys. This shows also, of course, the basic loop at the minute. So we've got a timer, and you can set that timer to anything, any thousand value. You can set it to 5, 1,000, 2,000. And I've got these characters moving. They're moving just sort of randomized movement at the minute, but it's not that random, so I need to randomize it a bit more, I think. So let's have a look at the next stage of where I took it. Next I wanted to add some collision detection. That didn't seem to be happening. I'm still having a bit of trouble with it actually. So I've added the collision bounding box and rigid body to both these elements, but they still seem to be not working, which is strange. So I've got a collision box on the bottom and on the top, but it seems to still be playing up, so I'm going to be looking at that soon as well, trying to fix that. decided to add some more colour and just add some more interest to these little walking guys. So I just decided to play with them. I added a bit of colour, so just added a pink, like pinky purple, because these are supposed to represent people. I'll show you in a bit how I iterated that sort of idea of designing people as well. Yeah, something I was messing around a bit more positioning just to see what the crowd, these things look like in crowd movements too. Still having trouble with the collision bit, which is annoying, but that's just ongoing. Mostly just testing the how the things looked moving in a crowd. Next, I decided I wanted to add a little bit of character, a little bit of make the humans look more human. So I just designed using Fuse, which is really super simple 3D model builder thing, and then creating FBX animations on Mixamo. So I just created this man at first. I'm going to create a woman as well later, but just for create one model at first. And that shows this. So just select the arms. It's really easy to use software. It's free actually on Steam, so it's worth checking out if you just want to prototype stuff or just get simple 3D models into a game. And then finally, after a bit of tinkering for a while, I managed to get the animations looking right. It took me a while to figure it out. I kept on selecting the wrong thing, not selecting the right textures, la la la, but I eventually got the texture model in there with a running animation. It still looks a little unnatural in places. You'll see from the clips on here that it looks a bit like he's like rotating and sort of running. It looks a bit odd still, so I need to maybe work on that. And also the movement, I want to make it more truly random. So basically, they go scatter a bit more, because at the minute they're all sort of following the same routine, which isn't ideal, I guess. But yeah, so that's the progress so far. I'll probably post up in a few weeks, maybe a week, where I get with it next week. I hope you enjoyed watching this process sort of video. And yeah, subscribe, like if you're more. I tend to do web dev and game dev stuff on this channel, tutorials, and just like code overviews or project overviews like this. So yeah, thank you. If you have any ideas on how this looks, how it could be better, what's already good, or any comments like that, then also let me know as well. It'll be interesting to hear from anybody from the comments below. I've been noirnerd. Thanks for watching.